and we have TDK Extracts with us here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about fresh pressed, and to start it off, we're going to do some beer. We got some Hoppy Place West Coast style IPA, and it's brewed in Virginia at Old Docks in Ashburn, Virginia. So let's check this out, see how it tastes without the mango, and then we're going to go ahead and add the mango to it, add some fruit terps to it.
Fruit terps.
Some mango terps. Damn, this is really good.
Yeah, this is good. I'm not one for like tasting beers, but this one's good.
This is really good. This is great. I'm gonna go visit them more often. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the mango. Now this is probably my favorite part. Show making some tasty beer even tastier.
Trying just some fresh mangoes in there.
Yeah, fresh mango.
Run it back. Aquarius. Run it back.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab my torch.
Aquarius.
Oh, I don't have a torch either.
You got it.
Run it back. Aquarius.
Oh, those terps are terping.
Yeah, mango.
Run it back.
Oh yeah, so you want to show those pictures of the stuff we pressed earlier today?
Aquarius.
While we wait for this to boil down. You know, we got a lot of foam in it. Can't drink that.
Do you know the strain of that?
Run it back.
The name of the strain that you gave me the press earlier?
Yeah, so that was cookies. That was a cookie strain.
Oh yeah. This one right here in this picture that we're seeing now is orange sherbet.
You know.
Nice.
Aquarius. Piano man.
I really like that strain. Just tilt your head.
Yeah, just tilt it just a little bit. Got to see what's going on.
Piano man.
That's really nice, man. And you said you were getting like 20% returns on that strain?
Yeah, that press we didn't get as much. Like I said, I don't think my plates were at temp, but it wasn't quite 20%.
Yeah, I think it might be like you said, you know, bad luck coming from
Yeah,
me,
don't let this guy near
it seems to be like every time I'm near a new press, things just happen to go wrong.
You grab the stab.
Oh
right
yeah,
here.
sure.
You know what? I'll try some of this stuff real quick.
Yeah, man. If you want to put the banger on yours, that's cool too. Who made yours? That was really
That's
cool.
Human Chu. He's a local guy. I believe out of Richmond.
Oh, nice. I used to live in Richmond.
Yeah, there's people killing it.
Yeah, man. We got Andrew, AKM, and he's doing those super heady skulls.
Yeah, it'll be nice having one of those one day.
Yeah. One day.
You know.
Oh yeah, good looks. You reminded me of why I needed to put it online.
Why you using mangoes again?
Just because they taste good.
Not because it's terpene.
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely because you know they add flavor to the beer.
Oh man, that looks fucking so good. Oh shit.
I mean, I don't know if there's gonna be enough for everybody, man. It's so good, I might drink it all.
If you didn't bring enough for everybody, don't bring it at all.
Yeah, man, this is almost ready.
That actually doesn't taste terrible.
Nice. Yeah, this wasn't the best product going in, but you know, I think the return on it was a little bit less than 10%.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that bad of a return, but it actually tastes a lot better than I expected.
The bud didn't look that great either, so
Not to say it tastes good, but
yeah. It doesn't smell bad, that's for sure. It smells like weed.
my favorite.
Interesting.
I don't know if we have any Q-tips or anything up here.
No.
You got a paper towel or anything? That'll work too.
No, I think we're out of paper towels too.
We're out of everything up in here.
I'm usually more. No, actually, no, I'm not.
Like, usually I'm more, nah, maybe not.
Oh, you want to pass me that glass?
Oh yeah.
Big chunks.
Oh, that glass. All this glass over here. I don't know what
So
you're
much
doing.
glass. Yeah, I want to drink some of this beer.
Yeah, that's exciting. It tastes good without the mango. The mango's good.
Need to add more beer to this. need a bigger one of these.
Yeah, you need to get a fucking huge ass one.
A gallon one at least. Just pour beer in here.
Has an interesting aftertaste.
That?
The strain.
Yeah,
Not the beer, the strain.
yeah, I wonder if it was because, you know, they had problems with mites during the whole grow. It was like the whole grow was just like, you know, just like problems with mites. So they were probably spraying.
Yeah, they should trash it.
Yeah, they should have, yeah. But instead they gave it to me.
Might's tasty.
Yo, this tastes so different. This tastes like. Do we have another cup?
Yes.
Yeah. This tastes so good. You gotta taste it, man. You gotta taste the difference in it. It's completely
I'll have
different.
a fresh one and then the cup right next
Yeah.
to each other.
Taste how they. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
Yeah. That way everybody can get some. Yeah. Yo, DZ brought the sample cups out. He's like, no, we ain't got no other cups, man. I'm definitely getting some of this.
Thank you. It's funny, that's where I grew up in Ashburn. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I grew up in
Lansdowne, Leesburg.
Fairfax.
Leesburg, Ashburn area. Yeah, I left there like right before they started building like that Whole Foods market, and then I went back to visit my parents, and I was just like, what the, where is this place? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, it's been the worst, so I can only imagine what it is like now.
That was the shortcut back in the day. It was like,
Back
yeah,
in the day,
just take Route 7.
It was. Yeah, exactly, 7 to 9. 7 to Route 9. Not anymore. Need a new road. Oh yeah, okay, I gotta taste it.
Oh, let me pour some more of these for you guys. I forgot I was pouring these for you because that mango tastes so good.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
It doesn't taste like super like mango, but it does add a flavor to it.
Yeah, it gives it like a tiny little mango kick in the butt.
Here you go. Here's another one.
Another sample for
B.
you.
Here we got our assistant producer handing out sample cups. Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
Oh, sorry, assistant executive producer.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you want one of
definitely,
these?
definitely.
Oh yeah, a little cup of this.
And let's get a little cup and a full beer. You need to taste the difference, man.
I don't know. The regular beer is giving
It's
this
really-
mango beer a run for its money, to be honest.
Yeah, like the original one tastes really good. The mango one, you know, has something different about it. But I would definitely go with the original, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should give the original a try. Because they really made a great beer. Like, you know, like it doesn't really
Considering I'm not-
it doesn't really need anything, man. It's a
Thank
great
you, thank
beer.
you. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, James, here you go, man. Yo, so we got to give a shout out to our DJ from the Sticky Fingers Collective, Hot Coffee. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And you guys throwing any parties this week?
Yeah, we got a party on Friday at a warehouse with DJ Honesty, me, Faroon from Baltimore, and Team Zapata. It's all night after hours. Just follow us on Instagram for the details on that. And then Sunday, we're doing a party at the rooftop at Flash with D. Tiffany from Canada and DJ Hure from Australia.
That's what's up. That rooftop.
And me, and
that
Sam.
rooftop. That's what's up. So we got Samantha Francesca, Hot Coffee at the rooftop on Saturday, right? Sunday. Okay.
Sunday from like 4 to 10.
4 to 10. Awesome.
Damn, on the rooftop. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, man. So, let me try some of this stuff. So, what'd you think, man? Did you try the mango yet, man? Yo, James.
Yeah.
You gotta give that a shot.
Oh yeah. there's a little bit left over there, so that's for my last dab.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That's why I wanted that paper towel.
I know. Sometimes when there's no paper towel, I'm just like, man, I gotta burn it all off.
Yep, sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That butane buildup.
This is pretty good, but it doesn't really taste like mango.
Yeah, there's
It
not,
doesn't
you
really
can't
taste like
taste
mango. It's a completely different flavor.
Very light, very
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
like very small.
very small kick in the butt of
Yeah,
mango.
The berries have been the most flavorful so far. The mango hasn't been, you know, too overbearing, but I put berries in like, what was it? PBR.
Oh yeah.
And it was like straight up berries and beer. It was delicious.
Which one you want?
Let's do the
The one we just pressed?
the
or-
one we just pressed. Yeah. So this was the cookies
Yeah.
that, you know, the growers kind of fucked up, but we pressed it anyways.
They wanted it pressed. I'm not gonna say no to them. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Press it anyway.
We
Yeah.
gotta press it, man.
They want me to
honestly.
press it. I'm not gonna not press it.
Show it to the camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's like not any of it left anymore because the yield is so bad.
Yeah, it was. We put in like what?
See,
a
the
quarter?
color isn't. You can see the color isn't awful. It's kind of green, but yeah, the product they gave us to start with wasn't fantastic.
Yeah. Honestly, I have a bunch I need to wash, and I just wanted to see how it would press out so I could compare it after washing too, because that's what's really important. Because when you wash it, you get out a lot of those contaminants out. Not all of them, but some.
Most of them. Yeah, you definitely get that cookie taste like right away, but then it fades away quickly and it's like odd aftertaste.
Yeah, it's got a weird aftertaste, right?
Yeah.
And I really like this little top right here.
Yeah, that's made by Spider Glass.
Yeah, I lost.
I made it to match this one.
It's really good. I like it.
Or I made it, I asked him to make it to match.
It matches, for sure. Yo, so how did you get into hash making, man? How'd you get into hash making, man?
Well, into extraction in the first place was like probably around 2009, 2010 when I was first introduced to BHO, and I wanted more of it and you couldn't find it anywhere. So my buddy knew how to make it, so he taught me how. It was open blasting in a garage, so it wasn't the safest deal. Doing that for a while, letting it heat purge, basically for a full day because we don't have access to a back chamber or anything like that. But really that process, like running butane through a tube and extracting, like just mostly trichomes. I know you're getting fats and waxes and stuff like that, but the whole process just intrigued me. And then once I saw someone do that with a hair straightener, like with heat, that was just like next level. I
Yeah,
was
so
like,
how'd you see that? How'd you come upon that? Was
so
this,
it's
like,
actually
on the internet?
it was the first time my buddy told me about it, and I was still doing BHO extraction. I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "That doesn't make sense. How are you doing that?" I was like, "I didn't even listen to it." I was like, "Whatever, you go press stuff in a straightening iron. I'm just gonna keep making my BHO, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
And
it
then
was
one
like,
day he's like, "Yo, I figured this out. Like, this is really good now." And he takes like a gram and a half and puts it in a flat, like a wide plate hair straightener, and he puts a DeWalt on it, and he just clamps down, and it just starts juicing from like a gram and a half. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, so this just got me to thinking, like, so we would just put more and more on this wide plate to see what we can get in the mount. We were just like, this is the exact same yield. Like, we're getting the exact same thing, and we don't have to worry about like going outside and smoking a cigarette and possibly like blowing ourselves up,
Yeah.
So ever since then it was like, oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Ever since then it was like, forget the butane. It was like heat and pressure. If that's all I need, and I can like keep everyone, not only myself but everyone around me living in the houses around me safe. It's like, why would I not go that route? And
it was an easier process too.
Yeah, it was. It was simple. You don't have to buy all the butane. You don't have to make anything. Why am I forgetting the word? You don't have to re-extract the butane out to keep everything clean. It's all just, water's. I mean, at the end of the day, water is a solvent for water hash, but most of the time it's solventless.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but from pressing is really where like from pressing rosin, like I really didn't know too much about hash until I started seeing hash rosin. I was like, I heard about hash and like not bubble hash, like just normal, pat down hash where it's like dark and dry, and you only thing you're doing is putting it on a bowl. There's no way you're trying to.
Oh, like
dab
the
or
old school
anything.
hash type of
Exactly,
thing,
like
yeah.
people are banging on boards and scraping it up.
Yeah.
That type of hash. So I was thinking hash rosin, so that's why I didn't know anything about ice water extraction. Then lo and behold, I learned about Matt Rise and Bubble Man, and just like delve into their world and just figure out everything they're doing. It's like, whoa, I can throw weed into a bucket with water and ice and get an extraction just like I'm trying to do with pressing with heat, but doing it the opposite way. It's like, let me try this out. So you start with a little bit, get nothing back, but it's just like that little bit you get back is so quality. It's like you just can't stop doing it. It's addicting, the quality.
Yeah. So, you've come a long way from using an open blast to now you have a, your own setup where you have a really nice press, and you also have the freezer that you have.
Yeah, So I've got I was blessed with people investing in me, and I was able to get the Sasquatch M1, which is a wonderful press. If I were to recommend a press to anyone, like I don't even talk to Sasquatch that much, but anytime I have, their customer service is awesome, and I've just had zero problems with their press since day one. So, I mean, everywhere I go on Instagram, I'm hearing like issues with people's presses. It's like I've never seen Sasquatch in that realm. So, I'm glad I ended up choosing them. But in the Harvester freeze dryer was really a game changer. I tried air drying hash for so long. Like, I can't tell you how much hash I've just ruined and thrown away because I've tried to dry it, and I either over dry it, it stays too moist and it molds. And the freeze dryer, it just makes everything so much easier, and the quality is amazing. I mean, I know I still got to dial some things in there. It's not just put it in and freeze it and dry it and you're done, but it's made it a whole lot easier for now at least.
Yeah, man. And so, how did you come across that process? Because I know there's a lot of techniques that a lot of people aren't even using who've been in the hash game for a while. So the cryo freezer is something that we are now just getting.
I personally think the cryo freezer has been around a lot longer than we all think it has.
We just now seen it in the public eye.
Yeah, I think we have, no doubt people have been, and I think Matt Rye still to this day dries most of his hash air dry in a controlled environment. But if you think about that, that's a really hard thing to do, especially with a lot of hash, to control an entire environment to make it, to create the perfect melt. So it's just I think ever since people have really been mass producing hash, I think since that time freeze dryers have been around, because I don't think even the turnaround goes from like a week air drying to 24 hours. Not sometimes in larger batches more, but you're cutting 6 days out of the process. So like bulk production hash making can't really, like air dry hash making can't provide enough for what people consume,
Yeah.
So I think ever since the issue was we need to get enough hash out there to the people, ever since that started happening, I think that's when they started using freeze dryers. They really figured that out.
And so who was the one who brought you into the cryo freezer?
It was honestly just following many hash makers. I think the first person I actually saw on their Instagram was just Solventless Mind, and I didn't even know what it was using. I just saw the label Harvest Right, and freezing, and I was like, what is that? Mm-hmm. So I just look into that, and you don't get a lot of like information. Like I get responses from Solventless Mind. He's a cool dude, but also he's not going to give all his information out. Like,
right.
That wouldn't be a wise thing to do.
Right.
So, like you just kind of, picture things together. Like every hash I put in the freeze dryer hasn't always came out good. Like it hasn't always been successful, So it's the same thing, but it's just a lot less risk because a lot of the time it comes out usable.
Yeah, man, it's really nice seeing that press that you have also drip down, and you see all this oil coming down. That's like, it was amazing to me seeing that much oil come out, because usually I'm just pressing, a gram at a time in my canna clamp, and man, that was so cool.
Yeah, once you get with certain strains, once you even just put an eighth in a bag and squish it, you start getting waterfalls, man. And some are crazy. Some you put like half an ounce in, press it, and it won't even waterfall because it'll butter so quickly on the paper itself, and you'll think, shit, I got like a terrible yield, but you weigh that butter and it's just like a rock.
Nice. Have you played around with any techniques to try and get like different consistencies?
So I definitely definitely pressing straight into a jar that everyone is. Well, I feel like a lot of people have been doing it for a long time, but it's more being seen publicly now. I've been doing that for a little bit, not as long as some of the other people in DC, but I did see an awesome result. I mean, like I opened the jar after like I didn't use heat or a fridge. I just kept it in a dark cupboard for probably about 7 days, and I opened it out. It reeked. It was kind of saucy, and I dig in, and you wouldn't see like rock diamonds, but you can see kind of diamond formations kind of like showing up. So I'm sure if I left it there longer, it might have done more. But as a dabber does, I smoked it all. So
This is too good. It's got to be done. So with that note, we should probably smoke some of the stuff that we pressed, and that was the sherbet cookies, or
this was orange sherbet here.
orange sherbet. Okay.
Yeah. Here, it might look better in this glass container. Here, I put some in.
Oh, let's show that off to the camera. See what it looks like. Let's see if we can get a little focus in on this jar right here real quick. Show you what it looks like. This was pressed by TDK Extracts. And all of your jars come like this, right?
Yeah. I try to have a sticker on all of them.
And look at that. That's nice. That's glass. And we're back. Hey guys, so we're over here giving some dabs to the studio audience, and roll through. Go ahead, man. This is gonna be a little bit hot.
Yeah, you wait a second on that,
Yeah.
but there's the good old ad.
Give it a second. All right, so for this next segment, this is the probiotic growing segment,
Yeah,
and
we're
last week.
We're back here with these stinky ass jars. What are in these jars?
Yeah, yeah.
here?
So this is lactobacillus right here on this lemonade-looking jar, and then this is lactobacillus serum activated with molasses, right here, and this is blackstrap unsulfured molasses. And I was gonna open them, but everybody's
no,
like
man.
complaining about how
This
much they smell.
This is
So,
closed. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it's closed and it smells
I
because
think
like
you gotta do it.
I opened it a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and open
He said
it,
It's the good stank.
and I'm gonna
Yeah.
activate the
That's
lacto
a good
again.
stank.
And it's a crazy smell, and everybody
So
in the
is that-
audience is gonna smell it.
Is that smell from just this one, or when it's activated?
So that's from this one, the one that's unactivated. That's the one that smells the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if you,
Let me.
you can. All you have to do is smell the top, and you can just tell what it smells like.
Oh, yeah.
It's just strong.
Oh yeah, that's.
It's strong.
Ooh.
So what I'm gonna do
It's one of
is,
those smells though. You like smelling, you gotta smell it again.
yeah, it's like a good bad smell.
You know-
it's
you know-
it's
you know
so
what he's
it's
saying?
so weird. Like I love it. Oh, you could drink this.
Oh, we're
and
gonna see this in action.
You could drink this. This is a
Wait,
probiotic.
zoom in on this.
So what I'm gonna do here is go ahead and add this molasses, and what this molasses does is it activates the lactic bacteria.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, and so this is
I'm glad I just took that dab.
all we're gonna do. We're
So
gonna,
that's all you put in there?
well, usually we do a lot more, but if I did it, it'd spill.
Yeah. You,
But we're just gonna let it sit, and you can already smell the molasses, how it's
Yeah.
changing it. It's sweetening it up. It's gonna feed that bacteria. They're gonna eat it all up, and then in about a
see
week.
On the bottom, it's like forming.
Oh yeah, you can see the difference. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then in about a week, it changes and it becomes this tea-looking like substance, and the smell of it changes completely. And it's like it doesn't really smell sweet, but it doesn't smell sour like it used to.
So what would you call this in this form? It's just activated that?
Yeah,
Like, it
so
doesn't have a different
so
name?
here, this is what we call lactobacillus serum. This is just lactobacillus.
Okay.
And then this is the first step into creating your own ferments to feed your plants. So once you have this, you can start fermenting fruit and fermenting leafy green vegetables. What I usually ferment is my own plant, and I feed that to my plant during veg, and then I can also feed it fruits during flower, because fruits and flour go together, so it just kind of makes sense to feed them.
So you say you
fruits.
feed it your plant, like what do you mean? Like the trimmings of your plant you
Yeah, I
you
put
in here for how long would you
So
put
what
it in
what I do is I grab like a bunch and I stuff it into a jar, and then I fill it up with this, but I usually dilute this into a gallon. And
Okay.
I do like 2 or 3 teaspoons into a gallon. I cover a little bit of the leaves, and then I put brown sugar on top of it, and that creates a seal, and then I cap it with like a coffee filter, and then let it sit out for a week. And then after a week, I've got this serum like up here, and then up here I've got like all the leaves, and this is just liquid, and I just strain out that liquid.
Okay, you
And yeah,
strain
it's,
everything out.
yeah, it's crazy what comes out of it, man. It's this serum that you can feed to your plants, and they love it. They love eating themselves. They're cannibals.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into this. This is cool, yeah, because my living soil grows. It's not going as well as I wanted it to go, but I'm definitely recovering from some poor conditions. But
Yeah, man. So the
living we learn.
yeah the first and most important thing about living soil is you have to keep it wet.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me. I
Yeah.
think I do let it grow a little
You got
dry
to
too
keep it
often.
wet.
Yeah, you have to. It's got to stay wet, moist, as people like to say.
Moist.
Moist. Oh man, some people really don't like
Yeah,
that
they
word.
hate that
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Mitch. We're gonna get you your trellis. Promise.
You see that torch? So what other what other little mixtures do you make like that? Is that the only one, or do you make anything?
So this
else
is
like
the basic one. This is the one that starts everything, and then we have this. I follow this natural farming method where you pretty much take all your scraps and you put them into a bucket, and you create a serum, a fermented serum that's a bunch of different types of vegetables. So you have like comfrey, you have different types of weeds in there. You just got to make sure that all the weeds that you put in there are good weeds. So you don't want to put any poison ivy in there because they could ruin everything for you. You also don't want to use any tomatoes because tomatoes, they're not that great. Yeah, they're nightshades, exactly. So yeah, you just use a lot of the stuff that you eat and you put it into it. I don't know what that is. Grapes. Oh, you have to check it out because they're bioaccumulators. All right, guys. So we're hitting that 5-minute mark. So I just want to let you know that if you're interested in biodynamic farming, probiotic farming, come to Good Hope Hydroponics and say hello to us. I'll be there every Saturday and Sunday to help you answer any questions you have. And if you're following a bottle nutrient program, I can help you out with that too, because I started using bottles. Not yet. So we're gonna go and sign out with a little bit of songs from our DJ Hot Coffee from the Sticky Fingers Collective. Remember to check them out on Sunday at the Flash Rooftop. Thank you, guys.